meeting to this computer. It looks like there we go. You had already issued me the command. Okay, right. So this is the unspoken of round 4, which may or may not be posted. Yeah. What was the last thing you heard me say?
That you caught a cold and someone else or all of you got a cold?
Well, actually, before Ezekiel, we had a girl and a boy who were adopted to a family, a couple who were trying for 10 years to conceive and have their own children, and just were never able to. So we entered into an open adoption agreement. They're their children. They're raising them as their own, of course. But then we get together throughout the year. And most recently, was it this just past Sunday, Stacy, or the Sunday before that? I think it was not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before that. We went over to Barber Park, took a Access Links paratransit vehicle, and bought a great big cake. And again, sugar is bad for the immune system. But we were amongst all sorts of people, unmasked, at Barber Park in the open sunshine, though. And later on in that week, the boy, who is the immediate older brother of Ezekiel, he came down with a cold and had to come out of school. Did they test him, Stacy?
Yeah.
And what was the conclusion? He came up COVID negative, but it was serious enough. And my wife has had it, and I've had it. So it's been sore throat, headache, lethargy, chills, fever.
Wow.
Yeah. And what was the last thing, Stace?
I don't have a sore throat.
Oh, you don't have a sore throat as part of yours?
And on top of that, I started my little part.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, colds still exist. And they can be serious in and of themselves. It was nowhere like getting the COVID-19 back in March 2020, which probably is long ago. It's been extinct as a strain. But yeah, I mean, I think that I wanted to mention it to Joel because it's just a reassuring thing that, yeah, people still just get regular colds, and yeah, they can produce all those things that chills, fever, sore throat, headache, and lethargy. I'm sorry?
CDC keeping track of colds?
Well, they seem, well, that's the fundamental, I mentioned this last week, the fundamental problem with focusing on vaccination is that you're ignoring the fact that it's really about immunization. I mean, you want to be immune to these things, and the only thing that a vaccine can do is train you to be immune to a specific part of it. I don't think I need to recover that ground. So, yeah, but I think it's a very sort of positive, healthy thing to be able to say, yeah, we have regular colds here too, which is sort of a form of normalcy, because I would get a cold every few years or so. And here we were, and it's going to be normal for us too, because we haven't been exposing ourselves for the last 18 or so months to the normal viral loads that we were prior to these masking mandates and requirements.
And are all colds caused by some kind of coronavirus?
Yes.
So this is a non-novel coronavirus that you got.
Well, it could still be
coronavirus, or it could be a variant that
exactly, yeah.
Detect.
Well, that is the nature of colds. Why there hasn't been traditionally cures to the common cold is because the coronaviruses are always been mutating.
It could be a Delta variant that is so sneaky that they can't even detect it anymore.
Well, it's certainly less deadly, at least in based on this one person's perspective and his experience. What's that, Stacy? Oh, my wife has a job interview on Tuesday.
Wish to visit you and catch your not so novel coronavirus and get
it's not that pleasant, and I wouldn't want you to spread it to your mother. Well, be careful.
Build up her immunity.
Hydro, pride before the fall. If you're able and willing to quarantine yourself apart from your mother for 2 or 3 weeks after the fact, perhaps. But remember, you're going to be in contact with your other family members who may then also be in contact with your mother. So, you know, look, I've always taken a nuance or what I feel is a reasoned approach throughout this whole process. For instance, I canceled our non-emergency medical transportation ride for my son and because I caught it Wednesday night, or started getting the symptoms, so I canceled the ride and his school for Thursday and Friday, to give me enough time to get over this thing, and then to no longer be, in order to be past the point of shedding anything, because I didn't want to shed into a non-emergency medical transport vehicle. I mean, that could cause someone after me riding that vehicle to get sick. I didn't want to bring anything into even the breezeway out in front of the building where my son receives his education, his formal schooling.
You wear a mask in front of you.
Come on, be real.
Or,
It
yeah.
doesn't transmit.
Or
It doesn't
maybe-
transmit it so far as we know through
or
the
maybe
internet.
you should, or maybe you should wear a mask in your home if there's someone that hasn't caught it.
Well, it's just my wife and I, and she's got the same thing too. So we're just steadily getting over it.
Mm.
We had the worst of it Wednesday night, and then I haven't slept too well for the last Thursday night, Friday night, for the last couple nights. But part of
So
that's for
that-
other reasons that were
Don't go out.
precursors to the cold. Well, eliminate the stressors and reduce the stress load, and just take it easy for a while, and focus on having good nutrition and plenty of rest and plenty
Go
of fluids.
to
which sort of-
grocery shopping.
I don't. Well, we've got Walmart delivers to our door whenever we need anything. So
Or do you order any groceries online or do anything online?
Smart. We did DoorDash, but it was a bit more expensive. Was it DoorDash, dear? No. What was the one?
It was, Instacart.
Instacart allows you to order from a wide variety of places. We could have gotten from Aldi and Publix and all this other stuff. But
Don't
we seem to
forget
be
to
okay.
take your vitamin D3 and zinc.
I'll go find some stuff and swallow it down. I've been taking mostly immunity boosters and some naproxen sodium for the pain.
Hmm.
But I've lost a lot of appetite too, which I'm actually really happy about, because to not have an appetite means it's an opportunity for me to lose weight, and to be less
Yeah.
heavy is part of the pathway to health, I think.
Hmm. There's a
helpful.
benefit to everything.
That's right.
So now there's a benefit in me going to check on my mother and her caregiver. She did
Hold on.
all the work this morning.
Hold on. You don't know what you picked up last night.
And I'll
I
wear a
got-
mask.
I had to ask because I got sick after being exposed to two strange men in my driveway on Wednesday. And one of the stressors that I think finally pushed me over, or my body's natural ability to cope with all these things that we come in contact with all the time, is that one of them was smoking, and I caught his secondhand smoke. And then also I was exposed to my mother's secondhand smoke. And that, to me, all those thousands of chemicals that
Or thousand.
that I winding up into my body through inadvertently breathing some of their secondhand smoke has been I know it's a stressor for my body, and that's why I asked, were there people smoking at the bar last night at the karaoke, at the place that you were at?
No, it was very clean and everything. And I sat away from the crowds.
Well, that's good. So you were being, to your own degree, reasonable too. You were
Oh.
making a compromise with
I
your desire
failed.
to be social.
I failed on one occasion because they invited me to get on stage with others, and everybody got a microphone except I didn't have one. And so they sang this song, that this is the a country song, like this is the my kind of bar or something like that.
Okay.
And so they were singing it, and they had the lyrics up there, and I sang the chorus, and this lady next to me I put her microphone next to me, so I sang a little bit. But then we were this far away, so without a mask, maybe I got something. So
Well,
I'm gonna.
one of the benefits of your practices
But I'm staying out.
is that you're not carrying a lot of stress within yourself. on a day-to-day basis because your meditation,
Oh, stress.
you're very, yeah. Yeah, you're equipped with this wonderful toolbox of ways in which to manage and to let go of stress. So
Hmm.
it's usually the cumulative effects of so many different factors that can bring a person down.
Get my
Yeah,
sunshine.
but yeah, but if you're, I don't know. I mean, I could have been exposed on Sunday, but then it didn't present to me till Wednesday. So I wouldn't want your 99-year-old mother to have fever and chills.
Mhm.
So for that cause, I would say maybe take care from this point forward, or at least for the next
Yesterday,
week.
she was feeling kind of sleepy all day and not wanting to do things. So I'll see how
Yeah.
she's doing today. So
Yeah, maybe you just want to remain masked for at least
yeah, so we're
throughout
ups
the
and
next
downs.
period of time. We all do. We all do. Alrighty. I know you need to get breakfast and do what you need to do, and
Thank
claim
you
this
for
here.
recording this. And we'll flip a coin whether we want to expose it to the general public, which there's thousands of people listening to our talks. Well, maybe after we die, there will be.
It only has to be one for whom it might help. That would be enough. But I think I will post it because I think that's some good news in a way. That because for me to have a regular cold and then to just recover from it is a form of normalcy.
Congratulations on your normalcy. You're in building up your immune system by being exposed a little bit.
We'll
Enough
all
to-
probably be doing that for a while because we've been so underexposed to those standard viral loads that we were having pre.
Won't kill you, will make you stronger.
Oh, for most people, but it will kill some. It will kill some. So we still have to take care of those with comorbidities.
Survival of the fittest.
Well, that's actually a bastardization of Darwin's idea. Darwin's idea was closer to the idea of those best adjusted for a given environment, which is why when environments change, those who are highly attuned to those environments and the environments disappear, those species often do too that, or their descendants mutate or sort of evolve in a direction that becomes more fit for the new version of that environment.
Then maybe it's survival of the luckiest, and we hope that those who survived are a little bit fitter than the ones who didn't.
I don't know. Maybe we can find an evolutionary biologist to join us sometime, and they could educate us.
Yes.
All right.
On that note, we'll survive till next Saturday when I will wake up on time.
And think clearly. Yeah, you got to work on that think clearly stuff. Make sure you're referencing actual stories, not bastardizations of them. For what that's worth.
Bye.